in one of the interviews after the game, you referenced Thiago coming on, but you did say it's just a case of keeping him fit. and is this his best moment since he joined? There was that pass in that 34 pass move that's been really, he seemed to be up in there and the ball went over. It was just amazing to watch. I mean, is it a fair observation that's probably his best spell since he joined?
I'm not so sure. I think we had the last season, the last 8-9 games. I think he played pretty consistently all the games, if I'm right. Which, as I remember it, was a pretty good spell as well. I think we all agree. Thiago agrees. There were moments when he was when he struggled injury-wise. So that's how it is. So, and then coming back, even with his quality, it's not, you cannot get rhythm all the time. Immediately you get rhythm, but not immediately always, and that's very helpful if you can stay fit for a longer period. And it's not important. It's not so important if you play the first 60 or last 30 or the 45 or whatever, because it's then we have tried to find the right intensity for him. And even when we work now longer together, obviously it's not for ages, and it's not that we know absolutely everything, and that's why we try to, without keeping him outside when he's ready to play, we just try to do the right things, and that's worked out now the last few games, and that's he's a very, very good player. We were never in doubt about that. That's his skill set is insane, but it's all about staying fit, and that's what we are working on together.
Cool. I was just wondering, in the week that Luis Diaz was with Colombia before he came to Liverpool, did the club give him any almost like homework for moving to the club about the patterns of play? So he's just picked it up instinctively, has he?
Yeah. So we would have the chance to talk to him a lot, not me, but Pep and Vitor, both speak obviously Portuguese, and but we usually do it like that. But if the player's natural way to play is very close to what we do, he only gets a few informations. So for us, it means where he has to defend. That's really important, because that's definitely different to Porto. But his offensive movements, they are really naturally like they are now. Means if he plays at the wing, well, he had some problems in the first half in the game, definitely, because of we were not brilliant. So we had a lot of options to play, all these kind of things. We played a completely new front three. Even more plays there all the time, or most of the time. But Sadio, in a sense, it's long ago, and a new player in the left wing. That makes it difficult for patterns to be obvious. So, but we knew that before the game, and we didn't want to make it worse by giving him pretty much a playbook. Say, if the ball is there, you go there. If the ball is there, you go there. Because you have then to let them be as sure about themselves as possible. So, no, we didn't give them anything to Colombia. We were waiting until he was here. We wanted a player because all these... We saw him playing, and it was like easy to fit him in. Easy to fit him in with all the things he's doing. He's obviously a really talented player with an incredible work rate on top of that. So didn't speak a word to him about counter press. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows that anyway. But you can see it. He's really in it, full throttle. And when you watch our team in a good game a couple of times, and you wanna be part of it, then that's the obvious thing. If you don't do that, you will hear the coach pretty heavily and all the time, and you don't want to have that, so you just do it. But football-wise,
I think there's a stat that in his 4 games he's won possession in the final third more than the rest of the forwards put together. 9 times, and the other 4 main ones have together have won that less.
Oh, I didn't see the stat. I didn't see the stat, but I knew that he did really well. Yeah. So, how I said, that's natural. We saw it, and so you let him. But there will be moments when we have to talk longer and more in detail. But that's not now, because we want him like he is, and not directly convert him in. And what we think he can be in the future. So there's time for that. Really happy with what he's delivering now, and from there we will go.
Thanks, Paul. And we're finishing with Dave Maddock. final question of this embargo section. Dave, on the Zoom.
Hi, Jürgen. You say quite rightly that nothing's changed because City do tend to win all their games when they are put under pressure, as like when you've been chasing them, for instance. That's so different to the history of the Premier League, where you don't even, I think you've already kind of suggested, you don't even normally talk about a title race as such at this stage because so much more can happen. But like, given City have that ability to win their last 10, 15 games, or whatever, psychologically, how is that for a side like Liverpool who are matching them? Is it more pressure, less pressure? How difficult is it to be in a situation, as you are every season, really, with Manchester City showing that sort of incredible ability to see out seasons, if you like?
For us, it's first and foremost important that we are close to the top, whoever is the top, because that obviously shows that something's going the right direction. So in this year included, last 4 seasons, we were 1 year not around because last year we had our problems and had some struggles. But the 2 seasons before, it was an insane race. No, the year before not, because we were so far away. But then the year before, so there's a while that it's a while going on that obviously both teams are able to do some special stuff. I have to say, that's with all respect. What City is doing is incredible. I think we are pushing each other as well, and not only us, because the other teams. I don't forget the other teams. I don't forget Chelsea. I don't forget United, Arsenal, Tottenham, whoever it is there. But we are pushing each other. I think we can. That's how it is a little bit. So it keeps you just going. There is no chance. There is no chance to get a bit soft or whatever, because the other one will be there immediately to catch you. I think what Pep said, Matty told me, we are the pain in the lower back, or can be. That's a good description. So that's how it should be. We try to be as annoying as somehow possible, as long as until we have a chance to overtake. I don't know when that will be, if that will be the case. But what I always said, you have in a decisive moments of the season, but it's not now. It's not February. It's March, April, rather. You have to be close enough to make a decision in your direction. So, and I don't know if that will be the case, because what we do is pretty special, and I don't expect that to happen every week. And you cannot turn around games every week. Blah blah blah. We have to be on our absolute best to play the best possible season for us. And unfortunately, only twice a year, at least in the Premier League, we face the other team. So apart from that, the first one was a draw, where we were not brilliant, but good enough to get a point. And the next one is not played yet. And we play all the others as well. So we played Tottenham still, we play United as well, and all this kind of stuff. So there's not that we sit here and just count them points like, yeah, done, and then we wait only for mid of April for the City game. It's difficult, but what the boys did over the past 4 years, especially, is pretty special. And I'm happy with that, but not overly happy, not that happy that I think, okay, that's enough. We have to go from now on. We all know that it's for so far not a bad season, but the decisions will be made later. One decision at the weekend, other decisions maybe even later. And we just have to make sure that we are always in and around when these decisions will be made.